We went for another round of Outback Steakhouse, but this time I only ordered things that I've never had. A lot of people say you need to spin the block to these places, and I was in the mood for Outback, but I didn't want to just get the same stuff, so I've never had any of these items before, except for one thing, which I checked the bag, they already kind of screwed up, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. Man, drop a thumbs up. I know you guys enjoy the Outback type of videos, and I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. Sometimes I just want certain stuff. So that's what we did today. Please excuse the hoodie, not that it matters, but I just like... It was really, really cold and rainy outside all day, and now it's hot, and it's supposed to rain again, so I didn't want to change my hoodie. But that's what's on the agenda today, man. Drop a thumbs up. You guys already know the vibes. Let's get into this video. I used to eat at Outback all the time, and I went with my family. We're creatures of habit. We always got the same stuff, so I never really had a lot of their appetizers especially. So there's a bunch of appetizers on here. This one is no exception because it's a new one. I didn't want to get their bloomin' onion, but I wanted to try their bloomin' shrimp. So I'm going to guess that it has the same bloomin' sauce and it's fried the same way, but it's just shrimp, and it also comes with that same dip that is in the bloomin' onion. Trading in the bloomin' onion for bloomin' shrimp for me is kind of wild, but I'm so glad it didn't fall in my car. So yeah, there's the breading on there. Looks very similar to that. I shouldn't have dipped that first one in the sauce, so I'm gonna go back. Let's do the first shrimp again. That's exactly what it is. Now let's try this sauce. Like, I don't know what it tastes like. They should put a sodium warning on the bloomin' onion. I do like it, but that seasoning they put on there, it gets overdone sometimes and it's a little salty. The shrimp are medium-sized shrimp and they're cooked okay. I kind of knew what I was expecting getting into this, so I don't mind these. Do I prefer them to the bloomin' onion? No. That onion flavor really does bring something else to the table with these, but I don't mind these at all. Would I get them again? No, because I'll get the bloomin' onion. But I still think they're good. I'll give them a 7.5 out of 10. Bloomin' onion is still king in my opinion though. Next up, this was really, really requested as well. I never had these either. These are their Sydney shrooms. So they got fried mushrooms. I don't know, I guess this is a ranch dipping sauce. It's ranch, but it has something else in there. Button mushrooms. Longhorn Steakhouse makes something very similar to these, so at least we have a comparison. It's not that same bloomin' seasoning, so I don't know what kind of breading they have on this. Let me get one more. Into that ranch. The ones I had at Longhorn were better than this. Just breading. It tastes like they left it in the fryer for too long. And mushrooms always have a very wet texture because they're mushrooms when you clean them off and they absorb a lot of the oil. And this is no exception. This one, there's just way better sides at Outback in my opinion. I don't dislike them. I just think for going to a place like Outback, maybe there's a reason I didn't deviate. I wouldn't order these again. They're just average to me. So I'll give them a 5.5 out of 10. I've never in my life gotten any type of pasta at Outback. It's never interested me. Again, I ordered the same stuff every single time. As a kid, it was a burger. When I got older, it usually was a steak. And that was pretty much it. So this is their Tasmanian shrimp and scallop pasta. Now, it comes with an Alfredo sauce. When you get stuff to go, you just got to know that the sauce is usually going to be more on the bottom. It's going to settle when they have it in the to-go container. Tips to avoid or do when you are doing to-go orders. I know the point of to-go orders is that you don't want to sit there and wait, but try to time it so that you're at least waiting 5 minutes, meaning your food is still going to be relatively fresh. I know how long it takes for me to get to Outback. So in the past, I've made this mistake. I've ordered like before I even left my house. By the time I got there, the food was cold. This, I was sitting there for about 10 minutes, which I don't mind. I grabbed my food and I drove to the back of the parking lot, so it's still fresh. It didn't settle that much, but I just want to give that. Some people don't really order like to go that much, which I get because it was like I didn't start doing this until I started making food videos. Just a little bit of a tip. There's mushrooms in here as well, and then a creamy Alfredo sauce. I'll get to the shrimp and the scallops in a minute, but I just want to try the sauce with the mushrooms. You know what? The weird thing, A lot of places, when they do this type of pasta, oh, tomato in here too. When they do this type of pasta, they overdo the amount of like the seasoning blend they put in there, and it comes across as really inedibly salty. This one, there's a noticeable amount, but it's not over the top, so they didn't overdo it. The seasoning I'm talking about is on the shrimp and the scallops. So there's the shrimp. It tastes like their version of a blackening seasoning. Also got, how many scallops are in here? Because scallops, got 1, got 2. I have 5 shrimp and 2 scallops. This pasta costs $21.99, so $22. Let's try the scallop. It's cooked well. Definitely not overcooked, not chewy at all. I wish there were more shrimp and scallops in this, but it's not bad. I'm usually not a chain restaurant pasta type of guy. I think it's just because growing up I got to eat at a lot of good Italian restaurants. So that jarred sauce, it just puts me off when I'm sitting down to eat. Ironically, I don't mind it at home. But paying $22 for jarred pasta sauce usually isn't the play for me. But this, I actually find enjoyable. I'm not going to say it's elite. Some people may think it comes across as bland. But in my opinion, when it comes to pasta, less is more with pasta. Very similar to steak. You don't want to over-season steak. You want it to be seasoned, but you don't want to douse it in a billion different things. Salt, pepper. Pasta, you want to let the Alfredo sauce, you want everything speak. So when you put too much seasoning on it, it just overpowers it, and to me makes it not that great. So, judging this against other chain pastas, I don't like it the best, but it's definitely better than a lot of the ones I've had, especially at this level of restaurant. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, which, I know it sounds crazy, but for chain pastas, there's not that many that I've rated above like a 6. So I just opened this up. I had to check my whole bag because I know they screwed this up, but it's important that I just show that it happened. So this is the weirdest thing I've ever gotten from Outback. This is their spicy jam and meatloaf, and you probably think it looks like 2 hockey pucks, and it does. So let me tell you why. It's supposed to come with a peppercorn sauce, with a spicy jam, as well as Fresno chilies. I got none of the above. Like, I checked my whole bag, it's not in there, you know, and that is what that is. So I'm just gonna eat it like this. I'm not gonna, because again, going back in there, a place like Outback on a Sunday, I'm not even gonna deal with it. I'm gonna end up with a loogie in my food. It's not gonna happen. So let's try the meatloaf. I just wanted something different, and I said meatloaf's got to be crazy. And the peppercorn jam, or the spicy jam, sounded good. This tastes like, I don't want to say what it tastes like because y'all don't think I'm being rude, but the first thing that came to my mind, I'm not joking with you, this tastes like a salty couch cushion. Like, I know you probably could have dressed this bad boy up and put some bacon jam on there and all that wonderful stuff, which I'm sure probably would have made it better, but putting bacon jam on or it's not bacon jam, it is spicy Fresno chili jam. Sorry. Putting spicy Fresno chili jam on a couch cushion. The texture, you ever like see the foam stuffing in a couch? It reminds me of that. I've never eaten it, but like you can usually hold something and like feel the texture of it. It's very salty. I'm sure that jam and the sweet jam would have helped it, but it is what it is. By itself, it's pretty damn bad. I'll give it a 2 out of 10. I know there's probably people yelling at the screen, like, I get it, but if I was just eating this to eat this, then yeah, but standing in there and waiting another 30 minutes by the time they give you all the stuff, I'm just not dealing with it. And I got their seasoned rice on the side, which I have had, but there were no sides at Outback that I haven't had other than the asparagus, which is also here. So here's the seasoned rice. Fork. Their seasoned rice is like probably third best of all the places. Texas Roadhouse has way better seasoned rice. Longhorn Steakhouse has way better seasoned rice. But this isn't bad. It's just mildly flavored, but well-cooked rice. The other places have way more going on in here. I see one onion and like some seasoning blend, which is probably the same that's on that thing. So, it's not great, but again, if you're eating it with food, I wouldn't have any problem with it. The other ones you can eat by themselves, they're that good. I'll give a 6 out of 10 to this one. But we also have asparagus. It's the only side I haven't had left, and this costs $3 extra on top of the meal. You know, when I saw the foil, right, because it's sitting here in some foil, I figured they probably cooked it in the foil, and when I tell you this just tastes like it's boiled, I figured maybe like some butter or something. Literally nothing. Like, that's as low effort as you can get for asparagus. It doesn't taste like, it just tastes like asparagus. Like they just steamed it. So, normally when you steam stuff, I guess you don't really put anything else on it. You can probably throw some salt and pepper on it. But alone, I just grabbed my receipt like it was a napkin. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. I'm a little disappointed in this meal, but again, when you get things to go, I advise you to check the bag inside. I did check in the parking lot, but I thought there was sauce on here already. I saw the container with the meatloaf, said they didn't forget it. So, that's on me too. I should have checked in there and just said, okay, it is what it is, but, you know, this happens at these places more often times than not. It's probably the 5th or 6th time it's happened when I've done these chains, like this level of chain. It is what it is. I wouldn't get this again, though. With the jam or no jam. And finally, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I saw this earlier, and I still don't really understand. This is the 3rd time I've attempted to order these wings from Outback. Now, I ordered them hot, but there's no hot. It's like the hot, the seasoning, because a lot of people say that you can get them wet. You have 4 options. You have mild, medium, hot, or dry. So I asked for them hot. Now, it says it's tossed in a dry seasoning, so maybe that's what it is. Every time I get these, they're not hot, and I don't mean like not hot enough. I don't mean they're hot at all. So I feel like maybe I'm doing this wrong, or maybe I'm asking for this the wrong way, or what. I do use the app, so maybe I should just like ask a waiter or something when I go in there. But if anybody in the comments can help me, because everybody raves about these wings, and I'm just not seeing it. So this is the 3rd attempt that I've had at ordering these wings on this channel. Again, I didn't grow up ever getting these wings, but here they are. These are the Outback Kookaburra wings, hot. It tastes mild to me. I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, guys. I'm trying. 3 times, people, you got it. The wings, you're doing it wrong. So not change. You got to ask for hot. I ask for hot, and it just comes out like this. Now, do these wings suck? No. The seasoning on here is not bad at all. With the ranch, like, I don't have a problem with these, but people talk about them like they're the greatest wings known to man. And I'm just, that crispy bite was good though. I'm just not seeing it. But I do like them. I like wings. Like I'm still gonna eat them. They come with blue cheese, but I don't know why, because there's nothing hot about them. But they are cooked well. And they're still kind of crispy, which is nice. I just don't know if there's, like, is there a sauce that I'm missing? Or 3 times I've ordered these. And 3 times they've come out like this, and I keep going. I don't see it. Like, you can go back to all my Outback videos where I have wings. And I said, I'm going to do it again today. And it's that same outcome. Like, I like these, but I don't love them. I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe it's me. And I know there's probably an Outback chef. Can somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong? I'm not even being funny. Like, I'm genuinely curious at this point. Because I want to be a part of this party that everybody has with these wings when they think they're delicious. Now, if you use the app, they have where you can get this as an entree. And it costs $16. So, you get one side. And I really like their mac and cheese, but I wanted to try it again, because it's one of the better chain mac and cheeses that I've had. So this is their Steakhouse mac and cheese. You can also get this in bite form, meaning they will bread these and fry these, and those are pretty good too. Just didn't get them today because I have had them on a channel before and I'm doing things I never had before. But their mac and cheese, if you can notice, has like a seasoning that's, I think they just use that seasoning on everything, but it works with this mac. Like, that's pretty creamy and it's seasoned. And again, it's chain mac. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's the greatest mac ever, but compared to most chains, it's way up there. Texas Roadhouse and Longhorn also have very good mac and cheeses. I keep mentioning those two specifically because this is the genre within sit-down chains that I would put it in. Similar price points, similar menus, so it just makes sense. All three of them, you really can't go wrong with. This has a good amount of cheese and a good amount of seasoning, and I'm here for it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, if they made these hot a little bit, or I put some hot sauce on them or something myself, this as an entree would go crazy. And you get, I mean, I ate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you get like 10, 11, 12 wings. With some mac, 12 wings and mac for $15 these days, it's actually fairly priced, unfortunately. So I gotta watch, because this will give you the bubble guts. A lot of cheese in there. The mac and cheese, on a chain scale, I would give it 8.5 out of 10. The wings, I would give it 7 out of 10. But I want to like these so bad, so someone please tell me what I'm doing wrong. So it's always a crapshoot when you try to order new things from a place. Excuse me. Oh, this isn't an ad, but people ask. Seltzer, always get Polar when I can. I said this yesterday, and I've been keeping a can in a car recently so that I don't have to buy like these overpriced drinks at places like this. And I understand, like, if I don't have to give them any more money than they need, I won't. So that's where that comes from. I know it's funny being cheap when you spend this much money on food, but I don't know, man. I'm weird. As far as this goes, all the stuff I got, the pasta was pretty good, but I think there's a reason people stay in their lane at places like Outback. I want to try this at Texas Roadhouse because that's the place I think can do no wrong, but I was in the mood for Outback. I wanted to try something new at Outback. Outback, a lot of the seasoning is the same, like I said, so it all tastes the same, but that was the point of today. I don't know if anybody has something on their menu. We could go back for a part 3 of Outback when people pick the orders like we did last time. You can throw them in the comment section. To me, just seeing what I've seen so far, Outback of these steakhouse chain restaurants, it's third. Like, there's only 3 that I consider steakhouse chains. You have Texas Roadhouse, Longhorn Steakhouse, and Outback Steakhouse. Outback Steakhouse at one point was 1, it's now 3. Roadhouse was once 2, it's now 1, and Longhorn was now 3, it's now 2. So I don't know what people think about this, but I enjoy these chains. I think they're really popular with a lot of people because it's like a steakhouse, but affordable compared to like the expensive high-end steakhouses. They're always packed. This Outback is always packed. I'm in the very back of the parking lot, which is not packed for once, but I see people going in and out of there like crazy. But I wanted to do Outback today, guys. I appreciate y'all. Can someone please let me know what I'm doing with the wings wrong? If anybody from Outback can please tell me what I'm doing wrong with the wings, because I want to like them so bad. I was so excited for them, and it just, like, they're good. I don't see it, man. But I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.